given the revenue function r of x equals to 400x minus x squared and the cost function c of x equals to 100 plus 10x, I want you to find x such that the profit is maximized. We will be using the second derivative test. Also, after everything is done, I would like to interpret r prime of 20. So what is the marginal revenue when x is equals to 20, and then tell me what that means. All right, so profit is equals to revenue minus cost. So this is a simple concept. So let's say you spend $30 to start your business in the morning, and then at the end of the day, you collected $100. So $100 you collected is your revenue. The $30 is your investment. So 100 minus 30 equals to $70. The $70 is your profit. All right, so let's write the P of X. So that we have P of X equals to revenue. So we have a 400x minus x squared, subtract the cost function 100 plus 10x. So this one, be sure to use a parenthesis because you will have to distribute your minus to the 10x, right? So don't forget the parenthesis. So we have 100x minus 10x, that is equals to 490 minus, right? So 390x and then minus x squared and then minus 100. So that is my profit function. And then what else? Oh, before we dive into that, do you see that the highest degree is 2? So we have a x squared as the leading term, and then this is a minus x squared. So that tells me the profit function is a parabola that is concave down. So as a result, there is a maximum. So let's take the first derivative. So first derivative, we have 390 minus 2x, and then the derivative of 100 is 0, and then we set this equals to 0, and then we want to find the critical number at the horizontal tangent line, and then we have 390 that is equals to 2x. So what does that mean? That means x is equals to 390 divided by 2, so that is equals to 195 units. So this is a critical numbers. Oh, I didn't say what x represents, right? Let's say x represents the number of units because we are talking about this business stuff, right? And then we will apply the second derivative test. So to match the color code, I will do the second derivative test on the right. So we are trying to apply second derivative test. Of course, we take the second derivative, so the derivative is very easy. So the second derivative is equals to -2. What does that mean? The second derivative is only equals to one real number, -2, and this is less than 0 for any x. What does that mean? That means the profit function is concave down, right? So the profit function is concave down for any x. And then what else? What is concave down? So this is concave down parabola. And then what else do we know? When x is equals to 195, we have a maximum. So this is a horizontal tangent line. When x is equals to 195 units, the profit is maximized. Use a maximum profit. All right, so when x is equals to 195 units, we have a maximum. And then do we need to worry about the 2n? This one we will get into that. So the the 2n is the x equals to 0 and the maximum x value. So I won't dive into the maximum value because that makes no sense. So we will test the 0 anyway. So can you tell me what the maximum profit is? So the maximum profit is P of 195. So you plug in the 95 to the profit function, which is right over here. So you have 390 times that. So you have 390 times 195, and then minus 390, 195 square, and then minus 100. So P195, that is equals to 37,925. Assuming this is in dollars. So this is your maximum profit. $337,925. That is your maximum profit. If you want to consider the lower bound, x equals to 0. So let's do it anyway. So what happened when x equals to 0? When x equals to 0, you will actually get a negative profit. So P of 0, that is 390 times 0 minus 0 squared minus 100. So that is equals to negative 100. So that doesn't give you any maximum profit. In fact, you are losing money if you produce no units or if you do nothing. And then what about the R prime of 20? So to find the R prime of 20, we have to find the marginal revenue. So R prime of 20, so we have R prime of x equals to, what is that equal to? R is right over here, right? So R prime of x, that is equals to 400 minus 2x, and then you plug in x equals to 20. So R prime of 20, that is 400 minus 2 times 20. So 400 minus 40 is 360. This is rate of change. Be aware, this is rate of change. So we are no longer in dollar. So we are in dollar per unit. But what does that mean? What does that mean? The marginal revenue. So that means when 20 items are produced. So when 20 items are produced, each additional item produced, so each additional items produced gives approximately $360 in additional revenue. All right, that is what the marginal revenue means when x is equals to 20, and that is also the end of this problem. If you like the way I explain math, give me a like, share, and subscribe. Truly appreciate that, and I will see you all in the next problem. Signing out.